his emperor, that he almost unified Indian continent. It's even now it's called for parts of Pakistan, Afghanistan too, but not the south end. Let me see here. Here, this is one of his pillar, and now this symbol is now belong to Indian flags. They use this symbol. That's considered the emblem of the Indian flag, and the four lions and the pillar. This is one of the most important figures, emblem in India, and whichever, let's see here. Here's a language that he ordered to inspire the Buddha teaching on that type of rock or added a pillar. Here's a pillar here. That's right here. You see that? And if you have time, if you go to India, especially nowadays, this type of pillar could be so helpful that they recognize as actual or historical Buddha, not the legendary one.
What is that?
In Lumbini, is this, remember where he was born?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, after he was converted into Buddhism, so he made order to make this type of pillar and arid them and put them, install them where, remember I told you where the Buddha was born, where the Buddha achieved enlightenment, that Bodhigaya. Let me show you one more time here. Where the Buddha first gave the teaching and where the Buddha passed away. So because of this kind of pillar, people now they could recognize. Yeah.
Are those clothes on there?
No, that's globes. What they call white tanka. What I don't know. If you visit, anyone you visit the Tibetan center, right? They make when they have the ceremony. They may offer, or you may offer the monk, the white, they can call it white tanka, right? Not clothes. White is represent purity, yeah?
Well, they talked a lot at the Tibetan Center about the prayer flags, and it looks like there may be some under the white.
Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, and this is many, and this one is more important. This one is more important movement, because this is that's where the Buddha attained enlightenment, and this is considered as the holy place of the Buddhists.
What's the name of that one?
This is called the Mahabodhi or Bodhigaya. That's where the Buddha attained enlightenment.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's many of them. Let me see here. Yeah. Okay. Let me go back here. You see that here? All kind of pillars that is still red everywhere, especially in around Buddhist holy places. Okay. So these are the places that people here. There's the reason why now the archaeologists could recognize the Buddhist historical places. Okay, so we have only 7 minutes. The last one, who does the last one? Before I move on.
I don't think anybody's done it before.
Oh no, okay. Let me see. Let's see. Devotion, right? You talk about devotion, right?
Yeah.
And Ashoka, death and legacy. Yeah. So, so you see that? So he sent 8 groups of monks, or we can say that the Buddhist missionary to Sri Lanka, Burma, and this is normal. But during those times, he sent many missionaries to the far west, to Europe. And there is some story, I forgot the name, story about, in the West, about the Bodhisattva, or the story of the Buddha. There's the birth of the Buddha has been in the West. I will try to find out that story for you. Next time if I can remember. So Yeah, these are the country that he sent the missionaries. Yeah, and these are the country here. He sent to. Yeah. So according to the story, according to the legend, you can say the legend. So besides sending the Buddhist missionary to different country, remember after the third Buddhist council, I told you that, right? Remember you mentioned that he established the Buddhist hospital or the rest house. You know, when we ride to, that outstate or even in-state, right? We have some what we call rest area.
Yeah.
So as to rest. So somehow, back then he has a kind of idea. He established a kind of rest house, a rest area for people.
The hospital?
And the hospital, and he did all kind of charitable works. So basically, most of scholars have positive views about him. So I don't know about his intention to play around with politics or no, I don't know. But most of the scholars, they have positive toward, because of his work. It's so tremendous, helpful, especially for Buddhist people. And if without his pillars, we may have doubt about whether there's historical Buddha or legendary Buddha. We don't know, but because of him, he was born after 200 years after Buddha passed away. So it's not too far away from Buddha times. Yeah, and even nowadays, they just found out the temple underneath of what they call Lumbini. Remember Lumbini, where the Buddha was born? And they say that's back then that they could recognize that the Buddha was born during the 6th century BCE. Yes.
Can there be another Buddha?
Yes, we talk about that later on.
Okay.
Yeah, in Buddhism we have past Buddha, present Buddha, and future Buddha. Not one Buddhas, a million of limitless Buddhas. Okay? Alright, so we have 3 more minutes. Let me tell you a story about his before he passed away. Because he did all kind of charitable works, good deeds and so forth. So somehow at the end of his life, somehow his son tried to control, his friends tried to control him. So he has only, I forgot the name of that fruit. It's like apple, right? Ambala. It's just like apple. So he has only that apple, and what happened? He split out in half, and he offered one half to the sangha and keep the half for him. At the end of his life.
No. Who was that?
Ashoka.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because when he was at the end of his life, he lost all his power according to legend. So because of his devotion to Sangha, to Buddhist communities, so he even offered that half of apples to the Sangha before he passed away. And plus, yes.
What was his relationship to the Buddha?
No relationship. He just a Buddhist follower, that's all. He is converted into Buddhism. Remember, right after the war? That's all. He didn't have any kind of relationship with the Buddha at all. No. So again, one more thing I want to mention is that because of him, up to now, probably more than 50% of Indian people are pure vegetarians. They don't eat meat. He promotes that type of Indian lifestyle during those times, and now it affects to the whole countries. And the reason why I told you that more than 50% of Indian people are pure vegetarians. And for me, when I went to India, it's still hard for me to find. Of course, I don't eat meat, but it's hard for me to find the restaurants that cook cook meat in India because of him, because of his influence.
You say why?
Why?
Why is he a vegetarian?
because you respect life.
Oh.
That's simple, right? Anyone of you here are vegans? You do? Okay, pure? No no dairy product?
Only I have a couple friends who run farms, and only if I get something from
Okay,
them.
no
I
problem.
won't buy from Walmart.
No problem. Yeah, for us as Buddhist monks in my higher tradition, we can eat any kind of meat. Some of us we eat some kind of dairy product, but the best for the meat there's no way. Yeah. This is still helpful. It's still healthy. Anyway, sorry, past time. And be ready. Therefore, let me see here. Let me pause.